Hey, welcome to It's Just Tech.
It's just a 10-minute TED Talk gamification, 28th August 22.
This is Rumble's premiere
Kids Science and Tech Channel.
It's Just Tech. Hey, so I know one of your favorite things to do with your time is gaming, and not just gaming in general. We pop out something out of the closet, not the highlight of your day. Video gaming. What are your top video games?
My top video games are Roblox, Fortnite, and Minecraft.
Okay, out of those three, what's your favorite and why?
My favorite is Fortnite because it's just a fun game. Well, actually, Fortnite and Minecraft because I like Minecraft and how you can build anything you want and you can get really creative building.
You've built some really cool things. What is one example of something that was really amazing you built?
Like I built this farm, and it was just this giant house with a farm, and yeah, it was cool.
I know you also built several things underwater too. That was really cool.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Have you built anything in space?
There's not really space in Minecraft, only if you have mods.
Oh, okay. All right. Now, what about between Roblox and Fortnite? Which one's your favorite one?
I think it's Fortnite.
Ooh, why?
I think it's just because Fortnite is just fun that you can meet up with your friends easy there, see if they're online or not, and just have more fun games.
So the games are fun, but you like the socialization as well.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, a lot of people do video gaming because they don't actually like to socialize.
And these are not the games they should play. Well, at least not Roblox and Fortnite.
Okay, because you need to socialize with other people to make it more fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, yeah, you can get hundreds of friends.
Are they real friends that you meet outside?
No, but like it's possible you can meet them.
You can add your own friends?
Yeah.
Real friends?
Yeah, you could just like spam adding.
Oh.
And like add 100 people.
Wow. Well, you and I have a different viewpoint on the optimization of our time. I think your time should be spent on education. And you seem to think that video games and videos are very important, huh?
I think I just like them.
They're kind of cool. Fun and games, literally, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we know that the gaming industry is all about creating an escape. In fact, gambling casinos have mastered this for a long time, where they'll block out the windows or have buildings built with no windows at all. So people don't understand the amount of time that's passing. They'll stay longer. And when they stay longer, they spend
money.
Exactly. More and more money. And so this is just a major escape we have. And video games are very similar. Now, what are some positives that you have highlighted with video games?
Some things that I've had highlighted for like video games for like the good things or like hand-eye coordination. Like if you look up on the page or the screen, you can see that like if you just push this button, you jump. If you push this button, you crouch. If you push this one, you shoot. If you push this one, you change slot in inventory. And like all you have to do is just keep memorizing those so you keep your eyes on the screen and you know what you're doing so you don't have to look down and, hey, what button should I push?
And you can't really do it in mom time. You have to do it in advanced agile time. It's really quick in order to not lose the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of skill there.
Yeah.
What about the second one you have listed there, strategy? What do you think about strategy?
Strategy is for like strategy, you can do different kinds of strategies in games. Like strategy is to drop down drop down a really good item in the game and then camp, and when the person comes you can shoot them and get their loot too. So that's like a game that like does that. And like it's a strategy. If you can like also you can like camp on top of a building. And when you're camping on top of the building, you'll be able to that all see all the people that come by, and then you can either jump on them or like just like snipe them, or just when they get close, like to use another one.
Okay. Now, what about motivation? You have motivations next on there. Now, I know that your motivation changes. So although this isn't a great example with you, it is a good example because if I say, hey, can you help me in the front yard cleaning up? You're like, yes, let's do this. But you know what? You can do it for a few hours. But I have seen you can actually be motivated to stick with a video game for several days at a time.
Yeah, if I had a basement and like a basement infinite storage on Wi-Fi and infinite Wi-Fi and a really good gaming computer and gaming setup, and like games just get shipped out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That I click on, then I'm good.
Then you're good. You're set.
Yeah, and food, like water bottles come, just a pill that I want, and
delivery to support your subsistence.
Yeah.
All right. What about anything else you had on there for positive things on your notes here? Creativity.
Also, like creativity is when like in all those 3 games you can create. For like Roblox, you can't just like create in the game. You have to have like some kind of a PC or computer. You download this another app, Roblox Creative. You go to the site and then download it. And then after you done download it, you can just build anything that comes up in your mind.
Wow, that's cool. On the positive side, there's a lot. On the negative side, it frustrates me when you help yourself to the time when you have homework to do or something else to do. It costs money to buy things that don't even exist. They're not tangible. And there's a pull on taking your responsibility or your focus from something that's necessary into the gaming world, because people can kind of get lost there. But these are some of the reasons why gaming is training people for the future. So what are some examples if by gaming that it could help you with drones or with robotics?
Yeah, for like if you play on like Xbox, PlayStation, like they have a controller, and the controllers most really like the drones like controller. So you just use the drone controller and then just move the drone controller, and then they might not have a shoot button because it's real life and only if you put a gun on it, but that's not going to work. And then so you just put it on and then fly it. It'll be easier when you play games. And also, let's say that they have these new VR headsets, and then they have like robots that are going to come. You can be able to control a robot easier if you play VR with your phone.
That's cool. And then that's just the level of being a user. You could also be a programmer and program the software around how it works as well, right? There's many layers here. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty cool. And then this is one you talked about yesterday. I pulled it up for you. What does this say?
Robotic surgery.
So these are people in another room or another country that are using a video game technology to move something that moves an actual robot to do the surgery in a totally different space. And you know where this technology came from was actually space technology of the International Space Station, and be able to move things from Earth into space, so at a distance. So that's pretty cool, all the skills that can be learned from gaming. Any other comments on this?
No, I don't think so.
All right, so gamification. What does gamification mean? And here I specifically pulled up an example from ViewSonic, gamification education. But what does it mean to gamify something?
The gamify like to collect. achieve or learn?
Well, it's to use stimulation or motivation of some kind of technology in order to get somebody to stay on the platform longer. So that would be more eyeballs, more returning time, and the length of time somebody's on there. So again, it's how many people are viewing or using, how long they stay, duration of their engagement, and then also how often they return. And Facebook was the king of this. They got people to come back, share with friends, come back often, and check in throughout the day multiple times and stay on longer and longer periods. So they were essentially using principles of motivation, which really went into manipulation. It was, as we saw some of the reports, in order to gamify the system to get people to keep coming back. Even though Facebook itself isn't necessarily a game, they use the same principles. So the gaming industry wants people to come back often, refer to their friends, spend a longer period of time there. And education is trying to use that too. What do you think the crossover from gamification in the gaming industry to an education industry would be?
Education for like I don't think that would be really good at all because, well, actually, it might be, it might not. I'm thinking it would be good because like it would more interest in kids for like them to come back, like come back to school and learn more. Some way of them doing that. But if it's connected to computers, it's not the best.
Correct. So what we're doing is, in this transhumanism conversation that we're going to do a different report on, is they're trying to remove the teacher from the classroom. And so they're slowly introducing scripts where the teacher just reads a script instead of actually teaches. And they're removing the component of the teacher. So more and more is done online. This was a great experiment over the last 2 years, was having kids do Zoom and then different computer simulations to learn their work. That was a ways to try to figure out the temperament and the patience of the students in order to gamify the system to reward them to keep coming back to use these platforms. A lot of children actually got addicted during this period of time to electronics in general. So what is the caution here? There's actually a disorder. Can you read that?
Impulsive control disorder.
Yeah, exactly. Impulse control disorder. Impulse is, well, let's see what it says right here. What does this section say right here?
For many people, gambling is harmless fun, but it can become a problem. This type of compulsive behavior is often called problem gambling. A gambling addiction is a progressive addiction that can have many negative physical,
psychological,
or psychological,
physical
and social
repercussions. That's a big word.
Repercussions. It classed an impulse control disorder.
Exactly. So what they're saying is, a little bit of gaming here and there, a little bit of gambling here and there, a little bit of videos here and there. That's, part of society. But when people start to become addicted to it or need it, then psychology changes, their mood changes, physical needs change. They might forget to eat or sleep. So it's really important to balance your time and effort so that when you're playing games, it's all fun and games and not sliding into something that is needed in life in order to control a mood or to control an outcome. So what's this say?
Game on.
So this has been
It's Just Tech. It's Just Tech, 10-minute Touch Talk Gamification, 28th August 22. And it's a
Rumble's premier Kid Science and
Tech
Channel. Awesome.